So the first card that came up is the Knight of Chalices. And this to me normally indicates a water sign, which would be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It can be a male or female. And, this could be someone in your life that's loving, romantic, a proposal, a social invitation, a gathering, a getting together of people. And, it can just feel wonderful. It can feel like you're in the arms of, wow, I'm, even hearing a symphony and beautiful ground. So it might be some of you are gathering for a wonderful wedding, or it might be, I'm getting wealthy people. So it might be that you're going to a really, really grand party, one that stands out above the rest, one that has all the, caviar and the champagne and just more, more than you could ever think of as far as food and all. So that may be coming up for some of you. And others of you, it might be a romantic gesture. So just see which Sagittarius that you are, because as you can see, he's holding the cup out and he's offering love from his heart. So this guy, this feeling can be very sweet and warm, and you're inviting me and you're proposing to me. So you get the message. It's him giving. It's a person giving to you. The horse is there, has the wreath around his neck, and then there's the wreath in the background around the standing stones, as you can see up at the top. And I call these standing stones because in this deck they're very prominent. Standing stones once were in the mystical times an area where they would have arbitration or hold court and make final decisions. And it was really sort of a mystical or magical place, metaphysical, more than it was to, to harm someone or say, okay, guilty, and then lynch or anything like that. It's more of a really mystical area and arena. So see how it feels very warm-hearted. It does indicate that good times and relaxation are indicated, no matter what. No matter if this is a proposal from someone or you're going to a party, it just indicates that, I'm with friends, I'm enjoying a good time, we're going shopping together, we're going to eat out together. Again, it could be a group of friends, so there could be romantic partners involved. But it feels very, very, very happy to your heart. Whatever's going on, say, mid-month or after, it could even be, I don't know why I'm getting around the 19th, and of course that's past, I'm doing this on the 21st. But, just let me know in the comments below. I love your comments, so let me know if for some of you Sagittarians, if this has felt like a happiness in your heart type of thing. Type of situation. All right. Because I'm looking at the next card, and this is the Three of Pentacles. And while this is about our emotions, the cups, the pentacles are about our money. And here's the standings. Interesting. Okay. I didn't see this when I first pulled these cards. So here's the standing stones again. This is very important in this particular deck. Awesome events take place around these stones. And they don't always look alike, but they do have a lot of meaning in this particular deck. It's more like there's a powerful meaning. The power is amped up in what the card actually signifies. And as you can see, this is a heron in the card. This guy is being given a harp. Okay, from this sort of mystical figure here. He's being given a harp. This is the Three of Pentacles. So this is about learning new skills, apprenticeship, getting a certificate, being offered employment. And because the heron is a symbol of learning and knowledge and opportunity. He's not so unlike the stork. Here's a heron, here's a stork. And the stork is a symbol of love and abundance. So it's interesting that these two birds are so similar in these cards. Whatever training you've taken or new that you've learned, it's really opening you up to new opportunities. Say that you're a a holistic healer. And I'm saying that because this cup is facing the Three of Pentacles. So this is something that has to do with love and giving love and service is what it feels like to me, since this is facing this. And so say you're a holistic healer, and you have taken more classes online or in person to your training, your resume, to make it look bigger and broader, and that you have more skills. Your skill set has broadened and enlightened. I keep getting spirituality around this a little bit. Then it could be that because you've taken these courses, because you've done this, that you're being given a raise possibly too. This could be a raise, not only additional employment or other employment, but a promotion where you are working. You're definitely being acknowledged. This is not the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is where the guy is on his horse and he's very regal looking, and it's a victory and success and accomplishment, public acknowledgement actually. And I'm not really sure this is public acknowledgement, but this is very much acknowledgement about what you're doing personally. And it could be, just several people around you that are happy with what you're doing. They're proposing more opportunity to you. I just have to think that, that this has to do with your work. And it could be too that some of you go to like an office or a business event and you meet someone, and it's because of your skills and your new training, or where you've gone and revved up your skills and training. It could be that you've met someone, because these cards seem to want to flow together. This is about creativity too. Your creativity and personal worth is noted by higher up. So it's not like you're not getting acclaim. But like I said, the Six of Wands is like notoriety outside of the office probably. But you're getting noticed where you are, a lot of you. So that's an awesome card. And this too is about, the cups are about our creative, because our emotions are what allow us to create and emote and express. So these two are both about being more creative. Okay. And then the last card that you got is the Page of, this particular deck calls it a Thames, but it's, as we know, the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is a card of the apprentice who is eager to test the skills learned. So I find that so interesting, eager to test skills that are learned. So it's fascinating to me that here some of you have taken additional classes, courses, attended seminars, whatever, and then you're eager to test those. You're giving acknowledgement within notables, but you also want to test these now. You're ready to put them to the test. And as you can see, here is the wise old owl, and he's below the moon. So you're using your intuition on this. Again, here we go with right brain creativity. How are you going to use these skills? How are they going to be new and different? And how are you going to stand out? That's what I'm getting. How are you going to stand out? She has the Book of Shadows open. This is a very mystical card, isn't it? And here's the light, and she's doing all of this at night. So she has her sword pointed up to the sky, up to the heavens, up to the stars. So it's like she's channeling an information to be able to manifest, that comes through her to be able to manifest here on planet Earth. Yeah, and this owl is a symbol of wisdom and magic and intuition. So this is a lot, Sagittarius, this second half of January. What's coming up for me, for you guys, is emotions, is good emotions, feeling good about your heart, where you are in the workplace, wanting to test new skills, possibly a proposal from another person. It could be a romantic proposal. I'm not going to X that out just because it's facing the money card. He's being handed a harp. So the harp is like a gesture of job well done, play your music now, sing, test your skills. I like this spread. It sort of goes in order. You're offered a unique opportunity that sings to your heart. You take advantage, you learn skills, and now you test them. That's, a summary, which may not be exactly how it is, but for some of you, take a look at the cards and write the comments below on how they make sense to you. I'm noticing her dress and these trees. So she's in nature. She's grounded. She's very, very grounded. This starts out with her heart and her emotions, and she ends up taking that and grounding herself to where she can manifest. Interesting. Awesome. Okay, let's pull some clarification cards and see why these cards came up for you, Sagittarius. What is the reason? And I'm using the Hanson Roberts deck, and I'm going to pull. This card wants to come out. All right, well, the Tower card. Okay, so what sudden changes have gone on in your life? What abrupt situations? Because the Tower means that some walls are falling down that you don't need any longer. And sometimes it can feel very abrupt, and it can be almost dismal, or sometimes it can be, even limiting beliefs, but it's what you don't need any longer in the universe. This is of course, a major arcana card, and the universe is saying it's okay. These walls are coming down because we want to give you new opportunities, which feels like that's what that is. Then, wow, all right. Well, the Death card, I call it the transformation card because I don't like the term the Death card. To me, it's total transformation within a person. It very rarely means the death of a person, of another individual. So you guys here we have the Tower, where your walls are falling down, your structure, your foundation that you've built up, and that you don't need any longer. You're transforming. A lot of times, in this particular deck, there's a butterfly, and that's how I think of the transformation card. And that could be, spiritually, that could be what type of work you're doing now, which very much could be that you're changing the way you do your work. If you have your own business, you're doing it in a different way. Maybe you're not being as, this is what I'm getting, and you all can argue with me on it, but maybe you're not being as proactive on social media, and maybe you're just showing up when you want to show up, and you're enjoying it yourself and having a good time, and you're saying, you know what, the people that are meant to be my clients or my friends or whomever will be my clients and my friends and whoever. Maybe you're just not pushing yourself as much. That's what comes up for some of you. Then the Ace of Cups. Wow, this truly is about you all and new emotions, new feelings, different feelings. It can be about love. It can be about someone else, or it can just be your heart is just happy and open. I love that. Creative too. This creativity thing is not new for you all at all, but there's a different creative venture going on with some of you, or new creative ideas coming up towards the end of January. Then the Three of Pentacles. Okay, well, so two different decks, Three of Pentacles. I always love it when I see this, and it happens probably 3 out of 4 videos that I do, and it's just pretty amazing. So here we go. This is the apprentice. This is the learning new skills and really being enthusiastic about it. So this is a big scenario this part of this month for some of you. Then the Sun card. Wow, another major arcana card. This is number 19, the Sun card. Well, this is a happy card. What can you say? The sun is smiling brightly, cheery, happy sun. There's a beautiful child sitting on a white horse, has sunflowers. It's just a happy card. And it does mean that. It does mean optimism and hope and joy. But yet it's not without having paid some dues. So it's not like, oh yeah, this is just, la la land. No, you've paid dues. And that's why the sun is now shining. It's like the sun comes out after a thunderstorm, after a long winter, nesting type of feeling. The sun actually comes out. Okay, the Nine of Rods comes up. Well, some of you have felt like you've needed to stand your ground, protect your assets, protect your work. It feels like you've maybe engaged in conversation, competitiveness. Interesting, this card comes up. I'm trying to see how it relates to any of the three. Maybe why some of you have taken new avenues towards new directions. Excuse me, as you feel like that you're having to stand up for your ideas and your messages, and you've been through a lot of battle with this. It could be through a supervisor or through a spouse, but you feel like you've had to explain your reasons. Too, the Nine of Rods indicates usually that you have everything you need, but like you have your home, you have you have food in the pantry and in the refrigerator, but you're still being very defensive. So this could be in the past that maybe you felt this way. I'm feeling like this is a past card, that you feel defensive. It may be in a conversation with someone. It doesn't mean that it's a big, broad, I'm a defensive person, so don't come near me. It just may have come up in a conversation, so you decided that, hey, that's inspiration. I'm going to do things a little bit different way, and it's going to be my way. Well, then the King of Rods comes up. So, the King of Rods definitely does it his way. This is a very creative man. He's very inspiring. He's like a leader. He's an inventor, very progressive, very creative. He's a master at creativity. He embodies it. See the lion? So this would be a Sagittarius. Well, this would be you. I just thought, okay, right after I said Sagittarius, that would be you, Sagittarius. So the feeling of regaining your strength or amping up your strength is what's coming up for me. See the lion roar, see the pyramids in the background. A lot of old world knowledge surrounding you are there for you to tap into energetically. Hopefully that doesn't sound too woo-woo, but humans have been around for a gazillion years, and there's so much that we can tap into by meditating, by going to spiritual classes or reading different articles or going online, Googling, anything that is mystical to you, you might want to take a look at, because that's what I'm getting around this lion and these pyramids. This pink is for universal love. So this is very broad to me. This is like, this card covers a lot of meanings. He's inspiring. He's a leader. He may have been a leader way back when. You may want to read about leaders during the 15th, 16th century. Just whatever pops into your mind, just to be inspired, be creative. That's what this can come from your heart and your emotions. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to add the three original cards up. And it's funny because this topaz really wants to stay near this Knight of Cups. So I think he's wanting to ground. He's wanting to ground him. All right, so let's add these up. Court card is 1, 3 is 4, page is 1, 5. So 5 is about opportunity, and that's what you have here, the opportunity to grow and to expand. So I love that came up for you. Sometimes it can mean travel, but it is expansion. And in the major arcana cards, the 5 is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant, okay, so this is interesting. The Hierophant has to do with tradition and organization within spiritual practices. And a minute ago, I was talking a little bit, I got off on a sort of a spiritual note there. So it may be that you are doing some different spiritual practices for yourself. Scholarly pursuit of spiritual understandings, teachings, rites and ceremonies. Maybe those are some of the new things you're doing. You're, in the morning, maybe you're lighting a candle and saying, okay, I intend for this day to go, this to be an awesome day, to be a prosperous day, to feel accomplished and joyful and happy and safe and loving. It had many adjectives, but that covers quite a bit.